Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the two men who topped the sack leaderboards in the last 2 years. It's 2015 champ J.J. Watt and 2016 champ Vic Beasley.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On second down, here's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jelani Jenkins coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Ryan on second down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Freeman again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because
and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 6 yards away. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, here's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dontari Poe. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second. And, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was because, let's be honest about it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jelani Jenkins in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. On second down, Freeman. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Third and long, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jelani Jenkins in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. This is caught inside the 15. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. First and goal here from the 9. Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it. what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. On first down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 47 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Watson on first down. Going up top for Miller. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Let's go. One. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
To the air yet again. Watson going for the deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go. 1, 9, check 4, flex round, flex round, flex round, flex round, flex round, flex round. Ohio, Ohio.
Again, it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On first down, Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Left. Check 50, check 50.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 1, 9, Ohio, Ohio.
Throwing again is Watson. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Come on, let's flex round. Flex round. Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, flex round.
are going for it. Here's Watson under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Throwing again. Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Here we go. Brand 38. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Watson looks to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed bringing the pressure again, and that is his third sack here tonight.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Ohio.
Third and long, it's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Adrian Claymore. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Let's go. What? None. What? None. Black round. Black round.
They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 4 yards out. And the Falcons add on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, you know, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. On 1st down, Watson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
Watson throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 60 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Fights loose. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Defense showing blitz. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Watson now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Come on, let's go! What? Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun on third, Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Watson. Now he's flushed out right. He's going to let it. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.